Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on the Culture News. My name is David Serero, and I have the pleasure today on iHeartRadio to welcome a wonderful, wonderful actress. Her name is Tanya Cornelissen. Tanya Cornelissen. She's absolutely wonderful. She's an actress and writer. Let me spell for you her first and last name. Tonya, T-O-N-Y-A. Cornelisse, of course, is C-O-R-N-E-L-I-S-S-E. She is absolutely wonderful. She has a very extensive career in theater, film, and television. And trust me, that's an understatement. She started in a lot of great, great things, from Broadway to winning awards for her writing at Sundance Film Festival. People who don't know, Sundance is a very small, tiny film festival. No, I'm kidding. It's like the biggest one in the world. And she's now starring in this amazing new TV series called Hitmen. Hitmen. It's very, very funny. It's a very, very good TV series that is now on NBC Peacock that everyone is talking right now over the phone. The lovely, the gorgeous Tanya Cornelisse. How are you, Tanya?
I'm great. It's really nice to talk to you, David.
It's a pleasure. It's a privilege. It's an honor. Thank you so much for being with me today. I know you're very busy, and I really, really appreciate your time. So the first question, first of all, congratulations for all your wonderful career, all the wonderful things that you're doing. So first of all, I would love to know what nobody will ask you. So what brought you to acting? What are your first memories of starting acting, of winning to become an actress, and where are you from?
Oh, yes. I'm from the States. I grew up mostly in Michigan, but I was born in Brooklyn, and my parents are not in the business at all. My mom was in fashion, and now she's an occupational therapist, and my dad was an electrical engineer, and so not in the business at all. But my grandparents were very influential to me, and I would spend a lot of time with them. My parents had me, I'm the oldest, and they had me when they were very young. And so I would spend a lot of time with my grandparents and watching old movies, and they were very much patrons of the arts. And I really got into acting through dance. I started dance when I was 2 years old. I was in professional ballet companies, and as soon as we started to do productions like The Nutcracker or did anything on stage performing-wise, the idea of lights going down in a theater and being able to affect a crowd of people and make them laugh or cry or feel happy or feel sad was instant addiction for me. And then I just love storytelling. I love the whole aspect of just diving into another world and expressing that to people. And it started very young. I started doing professional theater or semi-professional theater when I was 12 years old at Circle Theater and some theaters in Interlaken. And one of my first roles was in Wind in the Willows. I was a weasel. And it just was something that I just never thought. I was just like, okay, I can do this. I'm good at this. And I just went for it. And now I can't do anything else. So hopefully I'll keep getting jobs.
No, and I must say, you must be able to really dig into the psychology of your characters, because I have read that you have a double major in psychology, because you went to NYU, one of the best schools. Say hello to all our friends over there. NYU Tisch School of the Arts. So is it helpful what you learn in psychology after when you work as an actress? I believe this must be an amazing tool that you have.
Yeah, I mean, I think especially for me, I don't know if it's for everyone, but for me, how I approach. I really love to do those characters that are on the fringe. I love to dive into independent film and tell those stories that not everyone is willing to do, and not everyone is willing to go there. And I think that's really important. And I'm not a masochist, but I like to take on the challenge of the lesser known breed, the people that make people feel uncomfortable, or that people don't want to always embrace. They kind of want to look the other way. I think those stories are really, really important, especially nowadays when everyone is expressing themselves and trying to express themselves and get equal rights. And I'm really into the fringe story. I'm really into the struggle of humanity, and with the psychology degree, that definitely. That's why I went for it in the first place. I was just interested in that. I was interested in how people rise up and how people keep on keeping on, and so that's why I double majored in psychology, and I tend to dive into those roles, and it's been very informative. I don't think it's necessary, but for me, it was something that I absolutely found it's enthralling and helped me kind of thrive and go and serve the story. And acting has nothing to do with the intellectual process, I don't think, but if if you didn't grow up with someone that had a disability or a mental disease or whatever, the way you go about that is to learn about it and to so it was very helpful.
And you definitely know how to do that. So now I'm fast forwarding to this Peacock original that is called Hitmen. Can you tell us how that project was born? How are you involved with it? And tell us about your character, because it is so successful that, if I understand correctly, it just got picked up for a second season. So congratulations, Mazel Tov. Can you tell us a little bit about that wonderful TV series, Hitmen?
Sure. I have dual citizenship in England, and it's a British show. It's on NBC Peacock, so it's in America, and it did get picked up for a second season with Peacock, but it originally was done with Tiger Admiral, which is Sky Channel 4 in UK, and it came out there in March, and then it came out on Peacock in August when Peacock launched for NBC. But so it's all filmed over in London, and I love London. I'm in London right now. It's a second home. I kind of split my time here between LA and London, and being from a big city, New York City, I love London. But so I put myself on tape for it. I was in LA, and I ended up, doing a Zoom call with the director and the producers and Mel and Sue, who are the Great British Bake Off ladies, who are the leads of the show. I have the third lead with Buddy G, who's a Sim Shudry, who's People Just Doing Nothing. Kind of the four of us. But I had a Zoom call with them in LA early in the morning, and then flew over to film the series, and it was great. My character, we all play hitmen, the four of us. But B-list hitmen, not hitmen top of the line. Do not think like James Bond slick. Quite the opposite. We travel around in these kind of wonky vans and dump bodies in canals. But they're bad people. We take out people that have done very bad things. So there is a silver lining in it. We're just not killing the average Joe. We're taking out the bad people, and we have this mysterious boss named Mr. K. If you kind of think Charlie's Angels, I think, where you don't really see who Charlie is, but he's giving us missions to go kill these people. And, yeah. And it was great. Should I answer your question? I don't even know.
No, of course. No, but that's why it is so intriguing, because, you know, there's so many things happening in that wonderful TV series. And I love the fact that you are often in London. It's such a beautiful city, so that when you come back to an American project, you always come back more and more fresh, you know. That's something, I guess, is very helpful. So before we start to say goodbye to each other, because, you know, we love what you do, tell us, what are your next projects?
Sorry, I had it on mute. So I have a show on Amazon Prime right now. If you're in America, I don't think you can get it outside of America, but it's called Sisters, and it's really funny. It's short form series. It's kind of mindless TV, but I feel like we need mindless television right now because everything else is so heavy. And it's super funny. It will definitely make you laugh. Don't watch it if you don't like swear words, because there's loads of them in it. Kind of have a bad mouth in that one. It's Sisters on Amazon Prime, and we're going to start doing a second season of that. And then I'm working on a sketch show. I do a lot of, my writing is very humorous, like kind of child. I end up writing really over-the-top comedy a lot of times. So I'm writing a bunch of sketches right now for my sketch show called The Homemade Sketch Show, which we're getting into the second season of that. And then, yeah, I'm ready for the next big thing. I got a couple things on the horizon, but they're not in stone yet. And, you know, with these times, you never know what films are going to go and what's going to stop or be delayed. So waiting to see what finalizes.
Well, we will be there to definitely support you, because we love what you do. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is David Serero. I had the pleasure today on iHeartRadio on the Culture News to welcome this wonderful actress and writer, Tanya Cornelissen. She's absolutely wonderful. Please follow her wonderful work. She's starring in this wonderful original TV series, original, you know, that you can watch it on Peacock from NBC. We say hello to our friends at NBC. And, of course, this wonderful TV series is Hitmen. And I guarantee you, you're going to love it. And as she said, follow her work everywhere else. The lovely Tanya Cornelisse is our guest today. More music to follow up on iHeartRadio. Stay tuned.